everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I am here to test out the last in the trio of the new Beauty Bay eyeshadow palettes. So this is the Berries palette. So if you haven't seen my previous two videos, I did try the Earthy palette and also the Midnight palette, and so today the last remaining one we have is the Berries one, which I am very excited for. There's some very gorgeous tones in here. So if you're not aware, Beauty Bay have released some new eyeshadow palettes. I'm a very big fan of their previous palettes. Like I think I have almost all of them. And so yeah, this was like a no-brainer in the beginning. I was a bit hesitant, but when I saw that they had at the time of when I purchased them, they had a bundle which also had an extra discount, so I got the 3 palettes for £13 essentially. An offer I couldn't refuse, like I say that again. But yeah, today we're here to test out the Berries one, and if you haven't seen it before, it's just a nice kind of pink and purple type of palette. I know there's some kind of purple tones in the Midnight palette, but this one is a bit more kind of burgundy, which is again a very nice shade that I love. So today I think I'm going to focus on the bottom row here and potentially maybe 1 or 2 others, but yeah, I'm just really excited to try this one. So let's just get on with it basically. So again, I'm gonna put up some swatches, just a picture here. I always forget to mention swatches. I don't really do live swatches unless it's for the shimmers, because my live swatches are pretty bad. So let's just get on with this one. And like I mentioned, we are starting off with Loyalty, which is just at the bottom here. And I have a lot of glitter on my face because I've basically tested the other 3 videos today, and my face is just like super sore. So Loyalty is just at the bottom here. So we're taking one of our brushes. It's not the deepest tone in the pan, which is fine, because Journal, which is just on the corner, that is what will be going kind of in my inner corner to like deepen up the look. So we are starting off very nicely. Just going to take that above my crease because it's going to be like hopefully the standout shade really, and it does become quite light, so I'm gonna try and add as much as I can without it looking too horrible. But so far these palettes have been really nice, and especially for the price point. Beauty Bay are always doing like really affordable palettes. Like their £42 palette is, I would say, maybe like £23. That's obviously less than £1, like it's 50p per shade when you kind of think about it. And the quality, like I've mentioned, I'm surprised they haven't upped the prices, because so many people have raved about their palettes, and I never really see anyone say anything negative about their palettes, to be honest, because in all honesty, but as a fan, I don't think they're bad. There's one bad one which I always talk about. Not bad, but it's just not up my street really. But this palette seems to be like following on from just their formulas, which is perfect, because if it's worst thing when like a brand decides to like change up its formula. I understand that if they want to do something new and test out like a new, like, you know, concept of their eyeshadows, but you know, when you stick to what you know and what you're good at, then I think the customers remain quite happy. And you know, when I've tested out the other 2, I've mentioned before that these, like this side tends to be a little bit patchy on my eye. I just don't know if it's my eye or if it's the shades, but for next time I try them, I will use a primer, just because I will see if that does anything different to the look. So that was the first one, which is Loyalty. I am now going to go in with a smaller brush, if I've got one, and I'm going to go in with Journal, like I mentioned. So that is going to be kind of to deepen up the look. It's a very deep tone, so we're going to just bring it up here. And I will sort this out when I just put on the rest of my face, to be honest, because then it will be a bit easier to just look basically. So just gonna blend that out. That's not it's not coming up as deep as I hoped on my eye, because it's definitely caught on the brush, but I'm just piling it on here. So let's see if it's doing anything. Now let's go on to the other side as well. Yeah, with this collection, especially on Beauty Bay, you could obviously buy them all individually. I think with this palette, there's not a 42 pan one. There's only the 9 pan, and I think there's the 16 pan, I believe. But no larger one, which I could be wrong, but that's a bit strange if there isn't, because I know the other two palettes do have the 42 pan, but I guess maybe if they just didn't want to add another one, that's totally fair enough, because coming out with 3 palettes at the same time, I can only imagine is a big job. But you know, they have done so amazing. Like Beauty Bay are always coming out with new products, not just eye products, but they've done like brow products and lip products constantly, so I'm always on the lookout for what they're doing. And I haven't got everything, but I'm waiting for them to come up with like a foundation or something. Let's hope it's soon, because I think they do a good foundation. Yeah, so I just don't know if I need to add any more to this look, to be honest. So I'm just going to go straight in with Jura. I don't know what that means, but I'm taking this quite defined brush, and we are going to use that on the rest of the lid. I will use one of the pinkier tones for an inner corner shade, but this is pretty cute. One thing that I'm noticing about all of these shimmers is that they become quite clumped up when you put a brush in. Sorry, I always need to pause when an ambulance is going past because I don't want you guys to hear that. But yeah, when I add the brush into it, you can just tell that there's just a bit of fallout, and it kind of not ruins it, it just kind of makes it look a bit messy in my pan. But I don't know, I think they're just very, very soft shimmers, but they are still very, very pigmented. The shimmers are what makes Beauty Bay like so amazing when it comes to their palettes, because all their shimmers are always just amazing. And they're obviously, for me, they're much better than their matte shades, because their matte shades are, I think matte shades in general, there's always the risk of patchiness. And I know I mentioned that earlier, it might even be my own eye, but just in general, there's always that fear of the shade not coming through perfectly. But with a shimmer, it's either rubbish or it's amazing. So their shimmers are just always amazing, basically. So that's kind of the gist of what I'm doing. I'm going to go back in with Loyalty and a bit of Journal. Is it Journal? Yeah. And just kind of add a bit more, because I feel like they're kind of fading out a bit. But again, it's just a really nice purple tone. It's not exactly completely pink like the other tones in this palette, but the purpleness of them, if this makes any sense, are pretty darn good. Let's go with my inner corner. Do I have a brush for my inner corner? Let's take this small one, and we'll go in with Cloud just here. So we're going to put that on the inner corner. These are the ones that are super, super sensitive. Like, I put in the brush just a small amount and it's gone, like, it's just completely shifted in the pan. So these ones you have to be extremely careful, but you can see how pigmented it is. Wow. I think I'm going to put on the rest of my face, and I'm going to add maybe a shade at the bottom, because I actually haven't done that in any of the previous videos, and I feel a little bit daring this evening. So I'm going to quickly put on the rest of my face, like foundation and everything. I'll come back, we'll add something to the lower lash line. Okay, I'm back. And so what I actually did, which I thought was pretty cool, I actually added some of this shade, which is called Doll, as a blush. So I never tend to wear blushes this light, but I thought let's give it a go, and it worked out so nicely. Everything else that I'm using I always mention in the description. So I mentioned I was going to put a shade on my lower lash line. I kind of feel like going in with something quite light, so I might go in with Macaron just here. I know it's a bit more pink than the look, but I just want to go for something quite light. So I hope I don't regret this. Oh, it's a bit of a neon tone, isn't it? Let's add a slight amount, and then I feel like maybe adding a bit more of like Journal on there. Yeah, so that's macaron. I actually kind of feel like let's do a bit of loyalty because that is probably a bit more deeper, and I don't want to make this look too light. So if I add a bit of that, then it could deepen it up. That's definitely, yeah, that's so much better. I look a little bit ill, but that's totally fine by me. Like, I always like a bit of an over pale look, so especially when the eyes are standing out and the lips are also pretty blended together. But yeah, this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I do quite like this. I've obviously gone for quite a gothic look today, which I am always very happy for because that's just my childhood basically. But yeah, when it comes to this palette, these shades are fantastic. I can't wait to use the pinks. I'm not much of a pink like eyeshadow kind of gal, but I do tend to dip into the pinks just to kind of see if it does suit me. But yeah, I really love everything all together. When it comes to all three palettes, it's quite difficult to choose. I actually think that my earthy palette, which is obviously the green one, is probably winner just slightly. But again, I will be trying these palettes again just because I need to always try things twice to see if they work in a different way. So I feel like if I use them, I will use a primer just to see if it gives me a bit more oomph and then not as patchy, because I do think my lids are probably the issue. But let me know what you guys think. I think this is probably my favorite look out of all three, but that's just my opinion because I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I don't know if you guys have been influenced to buy these at all. Let me know if you picked them up or you're gonna skip them. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. And I hope you guys are having a really good week, and I hope you're healthy, happy and you're safe. Haven't said that in a while, but yeah, take care guys. Bye bye.